parliamentary primaries, I mean, fresh. Obviously happy with the outcome. But were you expecting a closer contest, Asenso Boakye?
Closer contest? No, I wasn't expecting a closer contest. In fact, when they announced the results, I was a bit disappointed.
Really?
That the guy could pull that number of votes.
Were you surprised?
I was surprised, but thinking about it and getting to hear about the emerging issues surrounding the outcome and the results, then I understood why. Yeah, but because the guy on his own couldn't have pulled that.
The emerging issues being what?
I mean, the kind of people who were supporting him behind the scene. Exactly. I mean,
you didn't know that before?
I mean, I didn't believe, but later it was confirmed. Yeah, the kind of people who were supporting him. But regardless, 78% is a landslide. And in any election, is quite.
Before that, you pulled 88%, like against an incumbent MP.
No, before that I pulled 78% against the incumbent. Yes.
Abuaji.
But the 88
was the general election.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you actually maintained the 78.
I did maintain.
You thought you were going to have more than.
Exactly, because that was the time that I contested with Ochema Abuaji, the late Ochema Abuaji. I was fresh. I had no record to campaign on, but when I was given the opportunity to serve, I had brought many development projects, which many of the people in Bantama believe is unprecedented. It's never happened before in terms of development projects, and even in terms of community engagement, community mobilization. It's never happened before, even though I'm the first MP for Bantama who was elected and right after was appointed a cabinet minister, which meant that I had bigger responsibilities. That notwithstanding, I still had time to visit my constituency. I'm almost always in Kumasi every weekend, interacting with my constituents, both the party people and the general constituents. So I believe that I had done a lot of work, and I was hoping that I could put even much bigger percentage, but it didn't happen. And you also know, I'm sure you know the kind of machinations that went on in Bantama.
Wow. So were you surprised that Ralph Agyapong was able to, give you a very not close contest, but to pull those number of votes?
Initially, but I mean,
subsequently
when I heard and confirmed certain things that happened and the kind of people who were behind him, behind the scene, then I realized that I even did well.
Bantama has now, for the first time, seen an MP who was contested and retained his candidacy, since 2008. What made the difference for you? For everyone else, it has been, say, one-term MP.
Yeah.
And you...
Let me just set the record straight.
Right.
Dr. Richard Anane, who is the former Minister for Roads,
right,
is the first MP for Bantama. He was there for 8 years, but he went on a post in all those years.
Correct.
Followed by Honorable Sisi Gadapa, also came for 8 years, but went on a post. And it was followed by Honorable Kofi, who lost when he was seeking re-election at the primary, and came Honorable Ochema Abuaji the late, and he also lost to me when he was seeking re-election. So I'm the first person who has survived a re-election challenge in Bantama.
How does that make you feel? That's why I said that back to back, you're the one who's done that.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel have a sense of responsibility, because it means that there's huge expectation. Yes, but it's not surprising. I'm probably the only MP who was born and raised and also hailed from the constituency.
Only MP?
Yeah.
Born and raised in Bantama?
Yeah. Maybe with the exception. Born and raised and also hailed.
Okay. Hail from Bantama?
And also hail. Yes, because I hail from Woshen, which is at the middle. That's where my father is from, and which is at the middle of the constituency. So I'm a true son of the soil, local boy. Nobody else can boast of those credentials. That is one. Secondly, the number of development projects that I've brought to Bantama like I said, it's quite unprecedented in the areas of education, the areas of health, the areas of security, the areas of sports development, and many others.
Right. We'll get into the developmental, projects and all that you've done. But how long did you actually prepare for this moment? I know last 4 years you were in there, but before that as well, how long? Becoming a servant leader for the people of Bantama. You've been nursing this ambition since when?
Since 2008, actually.
Oh, since 2008.
When I got back,
you knew it that one day.
Yeah. In fact, I filed nominations to contest in 2008 against Honorable Sisi Adapa, but I was prevailed upon by the others of the party, notably the late Afia, who said that I should step aside and that my time will come.
You were quite young then.
Quite young.
Very ambitious.
Very ambitious. I had gotten back from America and I've studied some American politics, so I thought I knew it all. So that's when it started. But before then, I was a foot soldier in the constituency, serving the party, doing a lot of research work for Dr. Anane when he was the MP, and that was the time that I was a student at the KN University. And you recounted my days at KN University.
Correct.
When I was involved in my pioneering role in the establishment of the Tertiary Students Confederacy of the MPP. So politics has been part of me. In fact, before I went to university, where I grew up, of course, Bantama, there was a house right next after my father's house where we all converge, from after school, after work, and talk about politics. At that time, it was an anti-rolling sentiment. So I went to university with that kind of orientation. Okay, so we decided to continue the work, the struggle there. And Bantama, right from 1982, has been a citadel of political activism in Kumasi, and I must say the whole of Ghana. So
Bantama?
Yes, and those were the time that they call Bantama, Florida. Until we get Bantama rules, you cannot
determine where the elections will go, right?
Antwi was so I disappointed. No, Sakunya man of the questions. Baby, and me and son, nine noons, and you will be born. I do Akotonia. The home faster than my Bantama for now. I said, my disappointed. Of course, a bedroom, dear. I'm the free kind of check. Say, Asenso Boakye, a Juma, why, ye, Sarkodie Bantama Kwam Pukra Neka, Kajuma Wire and Kenya Sam Katua, Nipa ya Dios. We know Bantama, how Bantama was like, and how Bantama has become. Even though, Asenso Boakye, you may be said, no one remember script once and some Ankoye or Bantama, the way in a Mebuno Fala. Because it took over say Bantama Emu Enna Ghana's one of the Ghana's premium hospital AC, the Chair Comfortnoche Hospital. Sure. Bantama Munia one Yamaka health insurance like Yamaka oh Bantama. Even Kurano State Housing Corporation Form Office Bantama War any idea. Nti such a place na say Yama hooliganism and criminalities a cosro. So and 8 to crock Bantama Muyana 3 o'clock between your watch and the other. It tells some of my secretary very tight so that foreigners attract foreign attraction. Man for free of Accra of Kwadwo about Mr. Bantama de Oko 10 Dubinian and Nijajet baby. It those things na so one fan one kan minim assistance am so na send ye abonye for some or Bantama chakakra. I stand to be correct ABS man tia fine but say me esia and no say men conquest why you street theft why friend saying asphalt route oh yeah atafwa bridge